Right guys, Mark Crossfield here. In my hands today, Mizuno's JPX900 Tour. Good looking iron in the JPX brand. Interested with this one. Real ball data coming at you as well. Let's give it a hit. Talk to you about who might game such a JPX iron. Let's get stuck in. So Mizuno JPX900 Tour Iron. It's got a power frame, they're saying, so reinforced top line, bars on the bottom and across the middle here, which is strengthening the iron all across the face, giving it that kind of as high a performance as you can get, they're saying, across the face on such a gaming looking iron. It's got a low toe design, comes in almost this kind of white satiny finish. It does look very, very nice. I've got a pitching wedge and a 4-iron here, and they're all quite slender, all very good looking, which does look very nice down by the ball. Grain flow forged from one piece of steel, I think they're saying as well. You're going to get unsurpassed feel, sound, those kind of things they're saying with this one. Very thin top line, thin sole as well. It's a beautiful looking club, in fact, and it confuses me a little bit because obviously the MP range is there, but I think if you want to stay in the JPX branding, this one might be the one you're looking at, and it is going to offer a bit more help maybe than an MP, depending on which one you go. Tiny bit of cavity back, and obviously this power frame that Mizuno were talking about. Down by the ball, next to an offset, looks very, very nice. Let's give it a hit and see how it feels. It's a lovely sound off the face, feels absolutely gorgeous, looks really good down by the face and feels very good. No different really in feeling to my MP iron, to be honest. It's a good flight, it's very true. I imagine the numbers, we will give you some numbers on this one, are going to be much more true to what I'm used to in my bladed set. Let's give the 4-iron a hit as well. I have hit the 4-iron. I would never game this 4-iron. You are going to want to be a bit of a gamer if you want to take this 4-iron out. Or the sets, JPX sets this year do lend themselves really well to blending. So maybe the JPX900 forged rather than the Tour, when you get into your longer irons, would be a little bit of a help. Just make sure you get the lofts and everything dialed in for distance. I mean, I've hit that one fine, but it's not going to get the launches and stuff I get normally with my hybrid. But I can see anyone who enjoys a long iron play, it's pretty damn good looking, and we have got some numbers with that one as well. Also got the wedge. Wedge is beautiful, very similar to what I'm used to seeing, apart from the chroming. Small little rounded shape in my MP set. See how it feels. Yeah, I mean, it's just exactly what you'd expect a Mizuno iron with the word Tour written on. Interesting. Let's look at some of the numbers to see if I'm getting any help from the power frame. Loving the look, do like the sound. Obviously there's a slight bit of confusion for me because I think MP delivers everything this does, but maybe in the JPX brand with that slightly different colorway, slightly different looks for the MP as well. I could see this one being a popular club, and certainly for people who want to blend maybe with the forged in the 800 as well. Let's take a look at the numbers. So numbers time, Mizuno JPX900 Tour, 6-iron going 167, that's very much in my MP5 realms for distance. Dropping down to 159, shortest hit up to 170, so I do see bits of drop-offs from bad strikes onto good ones. With these a little bit more, it's marginal how much that was my strike to the club helping or not. Is always up for debate. 6-iron going at 32 yard peak height, getting some up at 34, which I prefer. Some of the other stronger lofted versions in this do go a bit lower, and that's the thing I'd be careful of if you are looking at blending sets. Make sure the loft is adjusted to make sure you are getting the appropriate distance. You know, you're not just jumping massive as you go up into the more game improvement one. 5.2 spin on my 6-iron, that's good for me. I'm around a 5.5, maybe 5.8 tops on a 6-iron. So much truer spin numbers, launching at 18.9, a nice higher launch. I really like that club, and the reason I really like that club, it's very similar to what I game at the moment, just with a slightly different JPX kind of twist on it, which, yeah, it looks okay. 4-iron, 187, so 193, dropping down to 179. Again, I'm not this kind of a player. Peaking height at 29, 31 yards was my top height spinning. 4-iron at 4.3. Again, I like the jump in spins between the 4-iron and the 6-iron. They're much more realistic when I use the more game improvement ones. Sometimes they get a little bit close, which is where you get a few knuckleballs with your irons, which are never a great thing. Good thing people think when they're testing and they're in the bay hitting, but not a good thing when you're flying greens on the course. Always bear that in mind when you're looking at fitting. It's not always about which one goes the furthest. You've got to hit a certain distance. Really loving the number of those. I think the look of those could really grow on me. When they first came in, I wasn't sure. I did feel like I could game them, but being an MP, they're up against an MP player. The JPX900 Tour that is up against, you know, one of the stronger looking irons out there. Really good numbers for anyone who wants a little bit of help, but wants that kind of tour performance. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Periscope, all the normal social places. Also, come and visit my new website, markcrossfieldgolf.com. See you over there.